Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. So if you're watching my channel yesterday, you would know that one of the Tesla pumper rats have jumped ship, and now we're on Rat Watch. Who is going to abandon ship next? It's very interesting because the biggest rat out there though is still pumping away. I want you to take a look at this for yourself.
So who saw this coming? Another surprise update. Tesla's humanoid robot, known as Optimus, folding, rather slowly, some laundry. Another, out of absolutely nowhere, massive progress update on what will in the future, possibly, if not almost definitely, be the single most useful consumer product in the history of humanity.
So of course he's going to pump the Tesla bot and tell you it's the greatest invention of all time. That's what he does, and people like him for it. Moreover, you got to see how he pumps it here. Take a look for yourself.
Now, this is being played at real speed at the moment, one-time speed, just for the sake of interest. I'm now going to quadruple the speed so you guys can see what it might look like if it was moving a little bit quicker. Again, this is a mind-blowing demo, but obviously still super early days, and there's a caveat to come as well. So let's speed the video up now and see. Okay, now I'm going to play this back at 4 times speed to give you an idea of what it might look like at more human-like speed, giving obviously a bit of a hint. There's still a lot of room to go, but this demo right now is showing insane progress. Remember, just a couple of years ago, Tesla first unveils this thing. Then out of absolutely nowhere, we have the surprise egg handling demo. And now this, another useful task. Think about the future.
Here's the guy's channel here. I don't make videos about this guy all day, every day, because frankly, I don't like listening to his voice or seeing his face. However, what's nice in this video is at least he doesn't show himself. This is something he does quite a bit, he'll just voice over a lot of things because I think he knows what he's spewing is BS, and it's hard to keep a straight face when you're spewing this kind of stuff. There's something though I want to point out, because people might be asking, okay, so like, why would you lie to your audience every day, right? If you know you're lying. Well, there's a lot of money in it. If you take a look at his Patreon, and this is something I want to be honest with you guys, this guy makes a ton of money from shilling. It's actually really quite crazy how much. This is his Patreon. He's got 5,886 members, and you can see the levels are like $10, $25, $100, and $420 a month. They're saying the most popular is $25 a month. So, I mean, it doesn't say exactly how much he gets, but he could be anywhere from $50,000 to $150,000 a month from telling lies about Tesla and shilling. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, I need the shill for Tesla too, right? It depends. I'm just being honest with you guys. You can make a lot of money being a liar. That's essentially what I'm saying. The problem is for these kind of people is you run into legal issues. You're literally lying every day regarding financial stuff. I'm actually surprised he's still doing this because, to be really frank, he's in Australia, and the laws on the social media crap in Australia are much, much tougher than the USA. So he evidently is keep doing it, and I guess the money's good enough. I mean, like I said, we don't know. We'll just say it's $100,000 a month to shill Tesla. He may or may not be getting paid by Tesla. Who knows? I mean, I'm seriously, who knows? And I'm pointing this stuff out to you guys because I want you to learn to recognize scams when you see them. This is actually really interesting about the Steven dude. He had an old YouTube channel, which you may or may not know. It was actually a dating channel. He started this a while ago, back in 2019, before he switched over to just doing Tesla videos only. But it's actually funny if you look at the titles of the videos that he used to do. You are not enough. Would you like to have sex with me? I have a small, thing. My girlfriend wants me to stop, smoking weed. Ways women feel safe if she gives you the silent treatment. Like I'm too ugly, short, and fat for women to date me. These are the kind of topics that he used to do. And the old views weren't that great. I guess that was his most popular one. I'm too ugly, short, and fat. I got 10,000 views, but some of his other views, like the numbers of dating, sex, and falling in love, that got like 40 views. And then he would go 10 reasons you keep getting ghosted. That got 4,800 views. So it's kind of funny because when you do videos of like, negative things happening to you because women don't like you, you get more views. So that kind of shows you the kind of audience that he's going for or was popular with. Women like jerks. Don't be ashamed to check out a woman. It's like this is the kind of stuff he used to make. And it's just real. You can make a lot of money shilling Tesla. That's why I'm showing you guys this. But I want you to learn to recognize a shill and a liar and a scammer when you see one. So this is again a recent video that he just did on the Tesla bot. Check out his price targets and talking about revenue in the future for the Tesla bot. Check it out for yourself.
This is, in my opinion, the right kind of way to be thinking about this, weighting things by probability. See? Probability weighted. However, I personally disagree fairly strongly with probabilities here, in particular on the humanoid robot. And I also just want to emphasize, this is why I really encourage you guys and girls to model out the implications of Tesla bot, and not just until the end of this decade, but into the 2040s and beyond. Let's take, for example, this model. Forget everything other than the trend in these numbers for the bot. Okay, I'll remove all context, but just look at the growth in the numbers. We go from 1 to 11, that's a 10x or so. Then from 11 to 94, that's another 10x or so. Then from 94 to 803, which is almost another 10x. Then from 803 to 3,682, give or take, call it a 4 or 5x. Another 3x roughly. Then almost another 2x. So we are talking about astronomical rates of growth, yet bam, cut off. What if these numbers were to continue until 2040 with comparable rates of growth?
And the craziest thing is sometimes I'll get children in comments going, "Oh, Chris, why don't you do a breakdown of these numbers and tell us why they're not good?" But it's like, the whole thing's a joke. The whole thing is a joke. This is supposed to be like in billions of dollars and stuff. It's like, who takes this stuff seriously? But people do. That's what's so sad about this stuff. And this is sort of why I have to make these videos. And sort of the way that I want you to think about it is, if you see your neighbor and he's beating up on his wife, are you going to say something? And that's essentially what it is this guy is beating up on you all of the time. It's sad. And this is the reality. There's some people who probably got into Tesla back, in November of 2021, and they're down about half their money, 47% down. I can see it right here on the chart. And this is something I want you to point out. He's done it in the past. He'll do it absolutely again, because that's what he does. This is guys, please just look for yourself. This is over on Google Finance. If you want to look at the Tesla earnings report, you can definitely look at that. But what he's going to do, and this is the Stephen Mark Ryan dude on his channel, he's only going to talk about revenue, because that'll be the only positive thing with Tesla. But it may not be. Maybe he won't even talk about that and only talk about deliveries. We'll see when the earnings report comes out. The reason why I mentioned that, and I'll blow this up here, and I just want to make it really clear. When you guys look at this stuff, just be sure to look at all the numbers. That's all I ask. Just look at all the numbers. On his channel, he'll only talk about revenue because revenue is going up, 8%, right? But your operating expenses up 42%, not good. Your income is down 43%. Your net profit margin down 48%. Your earnings per share down 30%. Your EBITDA down 35%. He literally skips all this stuff on his channel and just talks about, hey, revenue's going up, and give you ludicrous price targets for the future. And I just want you guys to learn to recognize a pumper, a scammer, and a shiller when you see it. And the Steve Mark Ryan guy is the worst. We'll see if anyone in Australia ever reports him to the authorities there for essentially manipulating the market, doing just what I would fairly frank fraudulent things. It is ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. And sadly, though, he's not alone. These scammers are everywhere. So I don't, make these videos all day, every day, and I don't want to focus on this guy because I just, like I said, I don't like his face. I can't stand his voice, and he's just a total liar. But I mean, when it's like this, obviously a scam, you just got to say something because people are still falling for it. But the rats are jumping ship, and we'll see how long this guy sticks around. And it'll be really interesting when Elon Musk, leaves Tesla, what he's going to do with his channel. He may just leave and say, goodbye, thanks for the money, bye-bye. Both Elon will say that, and the Steve Mark Ryan guy will probably both say that. So anyway, love to hear your thoughts on this thing. And did you know the pumping was this bad? And I'll catch you in the next video.
In about 15 years will be somewhere around $48,893, which from today's date is roughly 47x where we are today, which is a lot. Which is a lot.
What matters is what's going to happen in the future.
And you do the math on what that means in terms of $500 billion to $2 trillion in gross profit on the robotaxi network alone. If you do the math and you think, I think Tesla's going to have 1 terawatt hours of energy storage business or 3 terawatt hours of energy storage business in 2030, and you put that together and you think, I think Tesla bot might actually happen, and they might sell 100 million Tesla bots a year. We don't know what this market is. They might have a fleet of Tesla bots that they're renting out. It's really hard to model Tesla bot, but if you look at those numbers, just even 20 million vehicles a year, then this $1,200 share price is low.
A few years after initial production, this thing's going to be in the multiple billions of units per year. A few years after initial production, this thing's going to be in the multiple billions of units per year.